mongrel episode. Oh, I'm a bit dizzy now. Don't do that. I've never been one that can handle going around in circles. So, oh, we're having a disco in the back here. These bulbs were cheap ones. So this is the mongrel episode, and or Frankenstein Bob or Bobbenstein, or I don't know what people are calling it now. This is what we've actually got. It is a VFR750 engine, as someone corrected me in the last episode, on a frame rather than in a frame, which, yeah, they are right. What I have been doing in my own little time is creating these little inserts. So they are going to go in here. One this side and another that side, and then I could actually cut pipe to length, and then see how it fits. I have put a really crude bolt through there. It's not the right thickness bolt. That is going to cause me issues. It would be nice if that did fit, but it doesn't. And I'm not going to take this off. That could be an option, is if I bring a trellis frame around here so it hugs around the engine, and then, but the problem is I've got there is, how do I get the engine in and out? Now I know that I've got this bit here which comes off. No, do you know what? If I was to do that, then it would just be a faff trying to get the engine out, and the engine does need to come in and out. I think that's part of what I need to do. So perhaps we'll have a think. We will have a think. But that is what I'm going to do today, is extend that pipe at the bottom and start coming up with a rough, perhaps just the top rail of the frame, coming up from here, going across there, and trying to figure out what I do with the back here. Whether I kick it out again, or I don't know. Let's have a think. Hello, Buffs. What are you doing, Buffs? Oh, are you wanting some attention? Where's this tongue? Where's this tongue coming from? What I have got is this here, this little pipe bender. Whoa! I'm going to bend a pipe. This pipe, yes, it's got some surface rust to it. It's been sitting outside for a long time. I've got a couple of these pipes, and they have been set outside. That is my fault. What I'm going to do is bend this pipe, so at least this can be the start of the front of the frame, how it actually comes around. So I'll experiment with a few bends at the moment and see what we create. So I should probably have explained this before going outside, really. This is the angle that I'm after. I need an angle that comes out. Do you know what? It's going to be very similar to the top of the Ducati monster engine, or frame, I should say. I need a pipe that's going to go from there to there, and that angle works me fine. So that is the angle I need. Let's take this out and let's take it to our pipe bender. And now let's put this on here. That is a lovely 45-degree bend. So that is good enough for me. And here we have it. Here's my 45-degree bend. Buffy, inside. Go on. Right, what I need to do now is find out where to cut to that, and then find out what length I need to cut this to then. Right, let's just place this on here. So this is really rough. Obviously I've got the full length of it there. That is a really nice bend, even if I say so myself. So I know kind of where this is going to sit now. I want it to turn, and I want it to work its magic like that. So I've put the wheel on, used really rough axles and everything. Swing arm is roughly put in there at the moment. I know it needs to come up a lot higher than that. But what I have got is this bar here. Fits neatly in there. But what I do need to figure out now is where the shock's gonna go. Because, and that's the reason I put the rear wheel there. Then I'm gonna put this shock here. I guess it's probably gonna sit about there once the hoop's done. So I need to make sure that I've got the right area for the shock and everything to go there. And this place seems like a good enough place than ever to kind of take a breather. So I've got, using the power of duct tape, I've got a bar which bends up and also out at the same time, along with these carbs here. And I have, again with some clever bit of tape. This is just as an example now. So I've cut the backs of these off and I'm thinking of actually tilting this like that. So obviously it doesn't have the same angle to tilt as what it had before. That way it's moving this back and also it's moving the swing arm back as well. And what I've got here now is a bit of a hoop. That's going to get attached to the existing shock brackets there. At the moment I'm just holding that up. I'm holding it up in my hand because it's going to slip back. But you can see where it goes across the wheel. It's got a curve here, not a perfect 180, but what it does do is follows the swing arm. And then it's got a little bend just to kind of straighten it out so it is parallel on both sides there. And then it lines up perfectly with these shock mounts. What I need to do now is figure out the angle of the dangle, get it working with that there, so I can actually put the shocks on. It is, I think it's about 11 o'clock at night, and I just wanted to do another pause and kind of look at where I'm at before I pack up for the night. I just whacked a couple of those cheap shocks on just to see how the shape's coming on, and you know what, it's looking incredible. I know I've just literally just balanced those on there. They're not actually tied up to anything. Everything's kind of balanced on each other here. We've got the rear sort of swing arm hoop, I should say, going up at the top. I am going to temporarily bolt that onto the rear shock mounts there. That's the second shape. That's going to come out probably a bit wider than what it is now. And back down here, it needs to be the right width to actually take those twin shocks, and then this frame will then connect to that frame, so it's going to be quite complex at the back here. But that's pretty much it, and you know what, I really like it. I can actually see how the shape is going to work now. I love it when a plan comes together. So we've got the rear here. You can see that is now clean, just getting rid of the surface rust that's on there. I've got this bar now, which is bent into shape. So as you can see, it's been cut at an angle one side, pokes out, goes in, and then goes down. So it's doing kind of like a weird S shape. And this sits up there, sits across, and goes down there, down to about where you see the top of that is kind of level with where there's going to be a crossbar across, and that's where that's going to end there. So I might cut the back off of this. But the neat thing is I've got a front wheel. It's got a little bit of surface rust, but nothing that sandblasting and a bit of powder coating won't sort out. Drum brakes at the front. Who cares about safety? No brakes on the rear. Have I got room for drums in the back? I have actually got room for drums at the back. In fact, what I'm talking about, there are drums on the back. Really thin tyres on this at the moment. It's got 1.75 inch rims at the front, which I know that you can put 100s on there. I mean, at the moment it's running 3 inches, so I can put a 4 inch on there, no problem. It's coming together. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it at the moment. I have done quite a bit actually in this episode, more than I thought I would do actually. So I've now got a rear kind of hoop around the wheel, like a reinforced swing arm frame there. Now what's going to be connected to that, as you saw, are going to be these shocks running up there. That's a twin shock system. That I might actually cut a little bit shorter. I'm just holding that there with a bit of clay at the moment. I think that is probably a little bit too long, so that angle is going too high. So it just needs to come down about ½ inch maybe. We now have got this bottom section extended. This section here is now at the perfect angle. It's well away from the actual engine block there. That's going up, missing the back of the engine there. A little joint going on here, and that's gonna have different things coming from it. But I thought this kind of little joint was a neat option rather than having it bending and making it all look the same, just to kind of break it up. Then I've tack welded this bar here that goes across, that then curves, bends down there into that frame there. So you can see it goes up, across and down again, and same here, it goes out again. What I have done here is just crudely taped, because I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to do with this top one here. There is a top rail going to go at the top, obviously. It's going to be welded somewhere around there. The reason I've left this at the moment is because I have my tank. Let's crudely put this on here. I'm just trying to figure out in my mind whether that's too high, whether this actually needs to curve up a little more. I don't know, so I'm going to leave that alone. If I have to bend a new pipe, it's not the end of the world. The height of this tank might be fine, and I might be okay. I mean, it's dropped down probably about an inch there. I want to do as little as possible to the tank itself, but I think there are going to have to be some of these lips that I'm going to have to cut off. Oh, and another thing I've done is I have boxed this section off here, so where I had cut that frame through, that is now boxed off and sealed off.